Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Brandon here. Gonna play some more Just Monica again. I found I found the page that you could download the Doki mods. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I want to attempt it, but definitely for sure for the face that's practically on there right now, which is Yuri. I might do it for Yuri. But then again, looking at how it said I would need the original files, does that mean that I would need the original Yuri character file inside here? I have no idea. Just leave it in the comments below to tell me if I do or do not. I don't know. Well, gonna make sure that I'm actually talking in here. And I am, so uh let's get on going back with Monica. And if I most likely may decide to, I may go on Nekopara Volume 0 to finish it off. Because I believe I'm like nearing the end of it, so yeah. I'm gonna get to that maybe after Doki Doki. But yeah, like I literally found all of these. Like I found all of the things here. I found all the DDLC mods. And I see that there's like things that tell you what the full releases are. So Doki Doki Yandere Club is a full release. And yeah. I think I rather want to see gameplay of that first before I think of doing that. 'Cause knowing Yuri, I know for sure she's completely insane in that jurisdiction. But yeah. Wait. Where is it? Yeah. But yeah, I might think of doing this. I've seen some playthroughs of it. But the thing is, you actually get to talk with Yuri in here. So, yeah, let's continue on. Monika, I'm home. Monika. Monika. There she is. I'm already streaming. You're too late on that. Hi, Monika. Hi, Brandon. I see you quit the game on me again. Well, I'm not trying to quit. I just have some things to do, you know. You even said it yourself. I randomly have things to do. I know I asked already, but can you seriously please try not to do that so much? I'm not doing it so much. If I have to go, I have to go. I mean, you should understand that. It makes me feel like I'm trapped in hell. Well, gomen asai, but I'm not trying to make you feel like you're trapped in hell. Why would you want to do that to me? I'm not doing it. There's nothing wrong with my character file, right? No. Maybe you should make a backup of it or something. I'll think on that. I'm pretty sure you could find the folder called... Yes, I can. Well, you're playing on Steam, so you can just look for it in the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. I'm all that's left here, so I just want to make sure you don't run the risk of losing me. I won't. Just stay here with me from now on, okay? I still have a lot of things to talk about. Alright, whatever you say, Monika. So when you gonna scare me? Cause I know that that's something you want to show me a trick of. Been wanting to do like a reaction to it, but I know it's gonna bound to happen. So if I don't sound surprised in the video, then sorry, it's just that I'm just waiting for it for so long. You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Depending on what you're meaning. Like you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling really anxious? Not that I recall. And you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start to think about all the things you might be anxious about, and that makes you even more anxious? That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a little. Besides, in this game, all our worries are gone forever. Yeah, I'm sure of that. What you reaching for there? Nothing. Are you reaching for a small green plushie with hair? I knew it! Is that the Hulk? I know you could look through the screen, Monika. Don't make it so obvious. Such a small, cute, chubby little thing. Do you ever just feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? No, I never think of that, or ever feel like that. I don't mean in like a suicidal way. I just mean how nothing that we do is so special. Just being in school or working at some job for some company, it's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become a president? Feels like feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is to just be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like it's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive, and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think it would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? You know, that small green Hulk just looks so adorable. Just wanting to squish him. Isn't he like those beanie baby things? Pretty much. Monica, you're just re-saying some normal text now. Am I gonna get to a scare tactic thing in here or something? I mean, the first few times I was playing it, which was a few times, because there were 3 different runs of different types of texts. The first few times they were interesting. I mean, I'm not saying this is boring, even though it slowly is getting boring, but I mean, like, what's there to do? Okay, everyone, it's time to... I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for doing that once? Well, whatever. It's not like you... It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? I would never say Monica is boring. I'd never would say that. But the reuse of text is literally starting to get me to think that. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, oh, there goes Hulk. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. Someone with her kind of personality doesn't just get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to those weird personalities that really don't exist in real life? I'm not judging her or anything. After all, I've found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that make them feel human, and leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay, just the way I am. Oh, and by the way, you are too. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. I know, Monica. And Hulk is back. Yes, Hulk is back. This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants, using their defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested. Sorry, I know that's kind of a weird analogy, I guess. It just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're so cute I could just eat you up. I'm joking. Gosh, I'm amusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being so weird. You're fine, Monica. Can you get to the whole scare tactic thing already? I mean, I was planning to do a fun surprise expression, but now I'm just more knowing of it now, so I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You're not still hung up over that, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. And now back to when I first played through this thing. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. You know how Sayori is really clumsy? Well, she kinda messed up the whole hanging thing. You're supposed to jump a high enough from a high enough place that the rope snaps your neck, making it quick and painless. But she just used a chair, meaning she could have just let herself slowly asphyxiate. But a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope, trying to get free. She must have kept at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody, anyway. Come to think of it, it So it's probably less changing her mind and more just, say, her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exasperated, I don't know what, she's trying to say exaggerated or exasperated? Exacerbated? Exacerbated? I don't know. I may have exaggerated it a little bit, but Sayuri was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would be if you didn't just started dating from the get-go. Oh, if we both didn't. I guess we'd all still be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it is even real? I mean, the same, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Yeah, I believe you. Just for once, can Monica just say, "Hey Brandon, would you like to see a trick?" Just for once, can she say that? Yes, I know the book I was reading with Yuri. I mean, the Just Yuri mod would kind of be more interactive. You talk with her, you probably read the book with her, I don't know. Maybe even play a game with her, I don't know. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait of Markov? I think it's called that. It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book... Uh... Actually, I don't think I should be talking about this. Sorry. Just forget I said anything. Sure, I'll forget you said anything. You sound really bored. Is everything alright? I'm just waiting for you to scare me. I know you're planning to do it. I know it's in your head to do it. That's all I'm waiting on. You know, I do think you literally saved my life by being here with me, Brandon. Yes, I know. I know. I can't imagine being being able to keep myself mentally stable, knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up today. Sorry, I don't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you are forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? No. Well, maybe you'd write some poetry and to try to keep yourself sane for a while. Be sane either way. But then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves. But I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share with people. Even if it takes time to find the right people to share it with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time. And before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members. I don't mean the club members. I mean human beings. That's the way life can be. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It just means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses a lot of energy. Like, a lot of introverts just sit at home and feel lonely and restless. And then, when they finally go out, after a half hour, they just want to go home again. I think if more people could understand how it works, they would respect it a little more. A lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. They just love having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it's nice for them to just to have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop and hang out there for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between. But I think I'm usually a little more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff for school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. I know. You know, it's kind of creepy. Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if after someone you knew died, you just started hearing their voice in your head. Maybe I just wasn't thorough enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Brandon. I'm sure you do, Monica. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics. Like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of the human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters, and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like, if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inventing things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it just gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Alright guys, so if I sound bored, then I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for the scare tactic thing to happen. Cause now I'm just rereading everything again. I mean, I like hanging with Monika, I do. She's adorable, yes, but I mean, all this is just getting so repetitive now. It's getting so repeatable. I'm just waiting. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm just waiting right now. So now she's gonna go on the rant where, like, she was jealous that everyone had scenes outside of the school, had different outfits, whereas Sayuri had like a pink shirt and shorts. Yuri had a sweater. Yuri had a sweater on, and Natsuki also wears shorts, but like frilly shorts, like a frilly skirt and shorts, like a frilly short skirt, blah, like a frilly short skirt and like a t-shirt, I believe. And Monika just didn't. I don't know any artists, Monika, but I know that you would love to be drawn by them. If it ever happens, will I show you? Maybe. Yeah, I know. I know. I've seen your name before. Try to keep it PG. We're not that far into our relationship yet. I know. Yes, I did know. You told me this a matter of a few days ago. I know you're not bragging. Thanks for the fun fact. Hmm. Excuse me, guys. agree with you, Monica. No, I'm not a fan of the cold weather. Yeah, I know. Now I'm really sounding bored. Like, how bored I'm sounding is like really thinking of either wanting to get the mods that you can interact with Monica more obviously and interact with Yuri like this, but again, more obviously, like talking to them. But yeah. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna be making a backup file for Monica because, at some point I am gonna want to continue after this repetitive just Monica thing. I mean, I do want to see her little scare tactic trick. I really do. It's just I'm not seeing that there's a possibility of me seeing that. If anyone wants to help out with telling me how to get it, then you can, like, literally leave it in the comments below. Like, is there, like, a certain daily limit that you have to keep on coming to Monica or something like that? Is it, like, 3 days straight you have to come to Monica or something? I don't know. Like, what? I don't know. If your fingers get numb and if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone, which is obvious. Unless you have gloves that have fingertips that let you use the phone. I have a pair of North Face gloves like that. I know it makes for better cuddling weather. Man, I wish there was a piano in here. I know, you were practicing a song that you wanted to write, that you wrote for me. I never got to finish that song I was working on. Is that song Don't Say It? I'm sure you know by now. after I worked so hard on it. I never even got a chance to play it for you. Which I'm sure you'd do around the... I know, don't say it. But what do you expect? I'm bored right now. Just give me your scare tactics so I could make a backup file for you already. Well, it is what it is, right? No sense of having any regrets. I already get to be here with you forever. Okay. I'm giving myself 10 more minutes. So, like, it's 6:20 now, where I am at. So, if I don't see any scare tactic within this time frame, I'm gonna stop the stream. Even though Monika asked me at the beginning of the stream to not do it anymore, and not do it as much, even though that's the thing, I don't do it as much, then I'm just gonna have to. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the stream, leave the game, and most likely play Nekopara Volume 0 to finish it. I mean, at least I could go through the game in there. I know I'm sounding annoyed, but I'm not sounding as annoyed as I would get for demon levels on Geometry Dash. So let's continue. Just reading. So I already voiced out all these before, so I'm just gonna let you guys like read through it with your eyes. Or if you want to read it yourselves, then like with your own voice acting, you can feel free to pause the video for yourselves so that you could voice act Monika for yourself. I will ask another question. Like, the whole light fading in and fading out, is something special supposed to happen if, like, she talks immediately as the light is so bright or something? Like, you know, when it goes from this just blank, like just a picture of her staring towards me, and she talks immediately as the light is so bright inside the room. Does something happen or what? Do we get something new or what? That's just my... Yes, dear, I get good sleep. It's true for most people, Monika. Yes, I do. So another 240 seconds of this. Nope, I don't. 60 seconds, Monika, my dear. I know you'll take care of me. And I'll take care of you too. So this is the last minute. I let her say one more thing. I let her say one more bunch of text. And that'll most likely be it. Until I go on Nekopara Volume 0. Yes, I know. Okay. And I think that's the last thing that she says. I think. I don't know. So, sorry if this stream was boring. Sorry if it was boring or wasn't that fun. I mean, I'm just waiting for the scare tactic to happen. But if any of you guys that, know more than me, and I'm sure there are, just tell me how to get it as fast as possible. Because I would like to see it. But, yeah. Like, as soon as, make it a blank screen on here. I'm gonna leave the game. Monica, I know you said to stop doing that, but I don't do it so long. If I'm just busy, then I'm busy, you know? Someone's gotta be busy, right? So yeah, I'll see you all next time on here. I know Monica would rather it be soon, but I can't I can't really say for certain how soon. If it's as soon as Friday, which I really doubt, because there's gonna be a new movie coming out this Friday, which is Star Wars. Well, Solo, a Star Wars story. And I have a good feeling I may be working that day. But yeah, uh, whenever I can, sometime next week. Hopefully I get comments that involve with Monica's scare tactic that she'll do. Can I promise to sound surprised at it? Hopefully, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Definitely stick around for Nekopara Volume 0, because that's what I will be playing. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Later, guys. And now she stops. Yep. Okay, Monica, I know, but... Well, see ya, my dear. Sorry to cut you off right now. I'll see ya. Bye, guys.